There are way too many people concerned about the title on their business card. The bottom line is, man, you cannot cash your title at the bank. And so, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who's on that journey towards success and achieving, it doesn't matter what your title is. It's just a matter of, are you progressing towards some greater objective, right? I mean, are you learning things every single day? Are you growing as an individual? Recently, someone reached out to me. There was a change in the company he was working for, and a family member or something jumped in, and he got kind of stepped over, but he got a big promotion. And I, my communication with him was like, look, man, you need to check your ego. Like if you no longer feel like the vision of the organization, that there's not an opportunity for you to grow professionally, emotionally, financially, then it's time to cut out. But just because somebody else got a spot that you thought was earmarked for you, doesn't necessarily mean that your time is done. But when you know also. If you've learned everything you can and there's not an opportunity to grow, then you need to go elsewhere. And as a business owner, I'm not delusional to think that people are going to be here forever. I think that most people are on this journey in their life and they're going to learn a certain amount from me, and then they're probably going to move on. They may happen to find somebody that I have a connection with, and they spend the rest of their career with me, or the next decade or the next 2 decades, or whatever the case is. But there's this constant need to be providing value back and forth. And so as an individual who's in that position where your ego is starting to creep in and suggest, well, you deserve this or you deserve that, or I want a vice president title, or I want this title or that title, none of that matters. What matters is that you're progressing towards some ultimate objective. And if you think you've arrived, that's even worse. The people that believe, okay, I've arrived, it's time to, you look at your death certificate, because it's virtually, you're on your downward, on your decline to failure. People have to always be aspiring to do more, to grow more, to achieve more. And if they're not, those aren't people, one, that you want in your organization, and if it's you got to change your attitude quickly, because before you know it, your ego is going to be, asking for things that you don't deserve. Now, there may be situations out there where things outside of your control impact your ability to progress there in the speed at which you want to, that you desire to. But that, again, goes back to your ego, thinking that you have this entitlement. Now, if you're not in a place where you think you're getting a fair opportunity, then it's time to move on. It's time to take a risk. Time to take all the things you've learned and move on to something else. Each opportunity is not the destination. It's a step on the journey to achievement. And I think that far too often, I think employers and employees allow their egos to get hurt because they get replaced, right? So somebody who works for me learns all the things that I teach them, and they go off and they decide that they want to do something else. They want to compete against me. One way that I could look at that, I could be bitter and angry and pissed off, and I could take it personally. What I have to realize is that I've been replaced. Somebody is giving them more value. Somebody's going to give them greater opportunity for growth on their personal journey. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that this is about a cycle of learning. And you're going to take what you can in each opportunity, and it's going to prepare you for that next moment on the journey. Don't allow yourself to let your ego make decisions for you, and realize that everybody's replaceable. Whether you're the business or whether you're the person working in that business, someone else is ready to take your spot. And you got to stay on your toes.